Hello everyone, this is Charles BridgTec with another flashlight review, this time from Wurkkos. Now this here is their HD10. Now I was sent these, including those. Now the difference between the two, one is 4K, one is 6K, so you have cool white and warm white. They sent me one of each. In the process of sending me the cool white became a little bit of an issue because of packaging. They actually mislabeled them. So I have two of the 4000K, which I'm going to go ahead and do a giveaway here on my channel. So we'll go over more information, see how I set that up. If I'm unable to do it on YouTube, it'll be via my Facebook group. So the link to that is in the description box below, but if it's going to be done on YouTube, check out the description area of this video to find out how you can possibly get your hands on one of these 4K warm white lights. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the specs here. So this one here is the warm white. And I want to make sure that so the cool white has the additional information. Now, the difference between the cool white and the warm white is only 1100 lumens and the cool white's 1200 lumens. So a little bit of difference there, not much. Whether it'll be noticeable, we'll check it out there in the night shots. So 1200 lumens on the cool white, 1100 on the warm white. So let's go ahead and open these up and I'll show you what comes in. They're identical as far as what comes with the kit. You get one user manual. Now this is running the Android UI where you can do some additional programming. We're going to do just the basics right out of the box. Get one lanyard and two O-rings here. Get one clip. And you get one headband to make this into a headlamp. Hands-free this light. And it is soft, so that's nice. Rubber is pretty soft here, so feels comfortable, stretchable, lightweight. Looks like you can add a third band on this if you wish at a later point, but it's got that little area there. And you've got a little reminder letting you know there's a protection piece on the battery. One USB Type-C charging cable. And we got one light down in here. Want to make sure, yep, this is, you can tell by the color of the LEDs there. See how they're kind of a dull yellow, more of a dark yellow. That's telling you that it's a warm. So let me get the other one out of here. We won't go over all that comes out of here. Yeah, we'll get this. Yeah. Grab the light out of here. See, that has a little bit different temperature compared to there and there. See the difference in the color. Darker yellow here. So yeah, it's a little bit of mix up there with their Amazon store. They were able to get that squared away. And now I've got a cool white and a warm white to show you. So now let's take a look here at the light. There it is. These angle lights are very, very popular. They've been around, this particular type of style has been around for many, many decades. So that's what that looks like. Now behind there, you've got three 90 plus CRI LEDs. My understanding is that the one in the warm white are the Nichia, and these here are another brand which I couldn't get any information because this is such a new light. So that's what they look like. Special optics will give pretty much a pure flood. Buttons on top. They are magnetic on the bottom. So we'll go ahead and grab my knife. Hands free it this way, which is probably the way I'll use it. This one here is really lightweight, so you don't have to worry about it being too heavy on your head. If you do, the cool white, I'll probably leave it on the headband, and the warm white, I'll just leave it separate. Like the way it indentates here on the body. Messing up my focus here, sorry about that. Like the little gray bezel on there, looks good. Style and design on this is very nice. Wurkkos is definitely making their mark in the budget-friendly world out here, which is great. It does have a little bit of heat sinking here, but nothing real deep. You do have the charging port there on the back of the head. That's pretty nice. It's got a flat finish. And the machining and finish on this is nice. No issues there. Done a lot of reviews for Wurkkos over the years. Alright, so now let's take them both apart so I can get this battery out and show you the insides. Spring heavy duty on that. Got the protection piece here. Save them. And you can use it on a different light. Doesn't matter. You've got the 14500 cell, 900 milliamp. This is a 8 amp cell, so it should be plenty powerful for this. This is unprotected. It looks like a straight contact plate there on the head. I don't think this comes off. Yep, it does. So let me show you that there now. So that can use flat tops because the bridge there, don't worry about that. It's a lot lower than that contact plate there in the center. I get some questions on people asking about that sometimes. Okay, so now let me get this other one back up and running here. It does have the little blink there when you're first activating the light. I haven't charged these just yet, so hopefully should have enough power to be able to run them. I want to turn on this one here first. Now this is the warm. me turn on this one, and this one's cool white. I see the difference there. Now this to me looks closer to 5K, maybe 47, but it's not 4,000 in my opinion, but I could be wrong. It's really hard to tell, but you could see the difference right there. So this definitely looks closer, real close to 5K. Maybe this is 4,500 maybe, but it's definitely warm. Nice beams here. Let's kind of see the difference here. Raise them up. Let's go up to the highest on each one of the UI. So you can see the light output difference brighter on this. So, and that's always going to be the case, especially with it being cool white. 1100 lumens here on the left and 1200 here on the right. So the best of both worlds if you buy one of each, or if you prefer one or the other, it's up to you. Ramping is really a nice feature. Now this will step down, but you can always double click to access the highest output. It's getting pretty toasty here on the cool white. This one here is not too bad. There's turbo. There's turbo, so you can see, well, both of them on turbo is pretty close. They're getting pretty toasty here on the feel the heat from the head of the lights. So we're just going to lower these down and let them cool off. I want to try to conserve the battery as much as I can. So they do have the little auxiliary LEDs. Now you can change these if you wish. It's up to you. So I'll show you how to do that now. Going through the UI is going to be pretty simple right out of the box. You could do a lot more with this Android UI. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 will now can activate those. I'll show you there. And again, 7 clicks. And change it there. Make it a little bit more brighter. Now this is great, so if you know a storm is coming, set the light down on a cabinet or shelf or something, and just have it ready if you know a storm is coming to be able to find it if the power goes out or an emergency. So turned it off there. It looks like it's a little bit lower with a flash. So this one here, and now it's turned off. So I'll leave it like that. I do like, now that I have 2 of them here, I might leave one to where it kind of stays on and blinks like that. And just remember, when you do, you can go ahead and simply manually lock out the light, and now it won't blink. Screw that in, and you're right back to that little flicker there, and that's low enough where it shouldn't drain the battery too bad, but you don't want to forget about that and drain the battery too bad. Still a little bit there, and then it fades out. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go through some more of the UI right out of the box. Now from off, you can double click to get quick access to the highest output. Pretty cool. Pretty interesting how that does that. So now we're going to go ahead and do 3 clicks. 1, 2, 3. Now you have the battery check. We got 1, 2, 3, 9, so 3.9 volts. Not bad. And it'll keep doing that until you click the button. Nice little sign off light there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And looks like the light should be locked out. It will not turn on. Oh, just a little bit there. That is locked out, so it's kind of giving you that signal. So if you want to use that instead of turning on with 7 clicks, you can just use this instead. It's up to you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we've unlocked the light. That's pretty cool. Little signing off light. Now we're going to do 5 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we can set this up. We're just going to go ahead and disconnect the light here. And we'll turn it back on. And now we can set the light output that you want for that. Yeah. And we'll put it on the highest. Turn it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now when you turn on the light, make it like a pressure switch there. Instant access to whatever you programmed it to. Pretty cool. Now in order to get out of that, you've got to break the connection again. Once you do that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I'm on the lower level, so that's good. Break the connection on that. Now you also can go into the special mode. We're going to go ahead and do that. You're going to double press and hold on the third one. 1, 2, 3. We'll get you strobe. And that is a constant rate on the flash. You can speed it up and control it. Slow it down if you wish. Make it more of a tactical strobe. Now it's more of a blinking. So it's up to you. Double click will now go into another type of a strobe by using red and blue. Double click will now go into a lightning storm mode, which is one of my favorites to be able to do that. And because this is an angle light, you'd have to set it up like that. Put a little diffuser on that. Put it in the window behind the blinds. This thing is amazing. You don't have the scary sounds, especially if you're scared of the storms, like my wife. You can double click. Now you have what they call a candlelight mode. And you can control this one as well. The lightning storm you can't. You can control the light output here to where it's just barely flickering there. Turn it down here a little bit more. That way you can really see. Put a little diffuser on here. And it'll look just like a candle. Especially with the warm. If you're wanting more of a realistic candle color. Really like the Android UI, especially for the little eye candy. You could do a lot of other stuff with it. And you can double click again. It goes to a bicycle mode. If you do ride a bike. Double click, and now you have what they call a party mode. So you can increase this or slow it down to make it more of a Now it really starts to wig out. My camera doesn't show how it really looks, but it's pretty amazing. Got some party with the music and stuff. Set one of these down as the music's going. Nice and dark. This will be pretty cool. Double click again. We'll now go back to the strobe, and of course we can adjust that to make it more of a pulse or more of a tactical strobe. Now to get out of it, click it one time, gets out of it, and that's basically all there is that I'm going to show with this. Right out of the box, you could do a lot of stuff with these things. You can do additional programming. Make sure you keep your manual. It does come in handy. Keep them for quite a while. Maybe take a photo of it with your phone and keep it on the computer. That's what I've done on some of my older lights. I just take a picture of the manual and put it on the computer to save for later, because I seem to always lose them in the big boxes that I've got of them. And that's all there is to this. One's got the little lights going there. So neat little light. You can do a lot with this. I'll take one, and I'm not too sure if we can put the, should be able to put the headband with the clip on here with the headband. Just kind of checking it out. Go ahead. This here is stretchable, so you can go over. As long as you've got a good coverage on that. It's going to be pretty stiff, but just lift the band underneath. I think this band is relatively comfortable compared to some of these other ones that I've done reviews on, which are really uncomfortable. Not really impressed with it. So we'll just turn this around. Just like that. Just kind of maneuver it the way you want. Now this clip can be rotated as well. Get more height on the beam if you were needing it. But you can use the headband with the clip on there. So that's good to know. That's about a good angle. You can still adjust it if you need to, up or down. That's what it looks like on the headband, fully adjustable. I've got a big head, so probably going to need this to be bigger. Alright. Nice build quality. I haven't seen any issues with Wurkkos lights. Alright, well, I'm excited. Let's go ahead and take these HD10s out, see how they do in the wilderness. We are out here in the darkness with the Wurkkos HD10. Got the one that's on now. That's going to be the warm white. We're going to do that one first. Let's go ahead and check it out. Real floody on the beams. Not going to have a large range on these. 65 feet there to that tree. There's the beam on the fence. Definitely a little bit cooler than 4K if you ask me. More like 45. I'll ramp it up a little bit, kind of show you. Now you can do stepping if you want. 3 clicks while it's on to change it. I leave it on ramping. 65 feet there to that tree, and 38 feet. Water spout, 38 feet. Try not to get wet earlier. I was lucky. And we're going to go ahead and ramp it up some more. That's the highest of the UI. And I'll do turbo with both of them, kind of one after another. And I'll do a screenshot so you can kind of see the difference, but they're both really similar in beam performance. And we'll ramp it back down. Now we're going to go ahead and do the cool white. I had to get my fingers here. I got both of them in one hand, so bear with me here. So now we got that. See the beam color difference, definitely noticeable. See how far that range is. I'll ramp it up just a little bit. So it really depends on you. It's a preference. Even though one has more lumen output, it really depends on what you like. I think it depends on the conditions, you know. I think regular, you know, conditions, cool white's perfectly fine, but if you're like in more of a snowy, you know, weather conditions are a little bit less than tolerable, then more of a warmer 5K or a little bit less would be fine. I'll ramp it up to the highest of the UI. Again, 65 feet to this tree. So there's a little bit difference in light output, but not by much. You'll see on the turbo when I do it. 138 feet there to the Tree of Life. Famous, that is. Okay, so now I'll ramp this all the way down, and we'll let both lights, or this light, cool off a little bit. Yeah, it's not too bad. It is a little warm. Now I'm going to go ahead and do turbo on the warm. Let's go ahead and see how it does. See there? We'll do a screenshot there for you. And I'll put it at the end of the night shots, just so you can get an idea. Now these will cycle down due to heat pretty quickly, and that's normal. So there you go. To me, it's just strictly a color difference, and you see a little bit more of the tree with this, but not by a huge amount. Turn it off, and then I'll turn back on the warm. There you go. And you can see what I'm talking about there. Very nice performance. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those night shots. Very nice beam performance. Flood beams, something you need indoors. I think these are most ideal, but you can use them outdoors. You're just limited on how much you can see as far as in range, but huge area that you could see at once with this. Warm being, in my opinion, about 4500K. And cool white definitely 6000K. The difference is going to be up to you, in my opinion. So if you're wanting a cool white or more of a warm white, it's really going to be up to you. I tend to lean in between 4 and 6. More between 5 and 6 are my ideal to go to. But this one here being not, in my opinion, not 4K. That's a little bit cooler than that, but not by much. Now, if you're wanting something that's more of a warm white, it's definitely going to be something you're going to want to get versus the cool white. course, build quality is very nice. Not seeing any issues. These do feel very rugged. You got a couple ways you can hands-free it with the magnetic tail, or you can use the headband. It's up to you. This is pretty comfortable, not too bad. USB Type-C charging for on the go. The 14500 cell, nice, it's powerful. Now you can use any 14500 cell that's a 4-volt cell. 3.7 is nominal. You're going to be just fine. These will not run on your 1.5 volt cell, so just let you know that. As far as the UI is concerned, Android got a lot of little goodies that you can do with it right out of the box, or you can program this in a lot of ways to whatever your preference is. That's also nice. Make sure you keep the manual. So impressive little compact lights, definitely suited for everyday carry in my opinion. This is almost a perfect size for EDC. And they're angle lights. Put it on your shirt pocket, put it on your side of your hip, aim it outward, use it as hands-free. So a lot of things you can do with this. Alright, well, I want to thank Wurkkos for sending me this HD10 to review. Now, if any of these are something you're interested in getting, whether it be warm white or cool white, I will leave a link down in the description box where you can get either one or both. It's up to you. I'm also working on a special discount code. If I do get that, I'll go ahead and post that below the video in the description box. That way you can save some money on this kit, just in case you're interested in getting it. Now also, I am still working on doing these giveaways on the warm white here. So one of the 2 lucky winners, in any case, that'll be in the description box below. Make sure you read that, find out how you can get an opportunity to win that as well. Well, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thanks button. Donate to my channel. Otherwise, you can please share, like, and subscribe. That way I can bring more of these lights from Wurkkos to you in the future. Thanks for watching. Take care. Well, let's take this outside, see how it does in the wilderness.